Let's see the demo of data unloading using the user stage. So what I will do is I will create a table here. I will populate some data into it. Then I will use the copy into command to bring the data of the file to our user stage. And then from user stage, I will use the get command, which will bring the file to our local file system. So let's see how it works. So what I will do is first I will quickly create a table which is called subjects, and then what I'm doing is I'm inserting the 5 rows into it. So subjects, like this is the person, and this person is like studying these 3 subjects, something like that. The data is organized. The first column is the name, the second column is subject 1, subject 2, and subject 3. So let's see if the table has any data. So we have the data in the table. So now what we will do is, so we have a table in the Snowflake database, which is under training database, and the stage is schema. What we have to do is the next step, as I have mentioned in the diagram, that from this table now we have to copy the data into the stage. So what I am doing here is copy into the stage. So the user stage is basically referred by @ sign slash vsync. Vsync is the user, so the user stage is same as the user, and it is referred by @. And from subjects, I'm directly using the subjects table, and then I'm mentioning the file format, what type of file format I want. Then that will be type equal to CSV, and since Snowflake automatically compresses the file into gzip, so I don't want the compression, I just want the CSV file. So what I will do here is I will just run this copy command, and this copy command will bring the data of this table into my user stage. So let's see, it shows the rows unloaded and 205 bytes have been unloaded. So let's see what exactly we have in the user stage. So in the user stage, if you see, the data of this table has been linked as vsync underscore 0 underscore 0 dot csv file. A CSV file has been created. I mean, what is a stage? A stage just point to a file. So this is currently, this user stage has this particular file inside it, right? So let's see and observe the data, what exactly is there in the user stage. And as I have mentioned earlier, like we can use $1, $2, all these column naming conventions to basically see the data in a user stage. So the sign which we'll use is @/vsync. So if you see, we are selecting it from the user stage now, and we have the data in table, and now we got the data in user stage also. So this I have mentioned here, that select star from directly will not work in case of user stage. It works only when you are selecting it from the table stage, and we will see it in the table stage section. So just wanted to show you this. Now what we have to do, we have performed the step 1 here. For example, this one, the table is here, subjects, we have copied the data to the user stage. Now the second step is to run the get command. So let's run the get command. Before that, let's see which particular directory we want to bring the data into, right? So the directory which I am trying to bring is, it's on my desktop machine. It is in the Snowflake course. In the data under the user stage file, I have created a folder as data unload. So let's go to the data unload folder and see, it should be empty. So this is the user stage data unload folder. This is empty. And when we will run the get command, we should see the file here. Let's see the further steps. So what we will do now is we will run the get command. So before we run the get command, let me show you the list again so that we are referring. So this is the file vsync underscore 0 underscore 0 underscore 0 dot csv. So we have to basically refer this file. But I will show you in the next session that most of the time we mention the name of the specific stage, whether it is a table stage or named stage. But in case of the user stage, since it shows directly, we don't have to. But if we use, what happens? So when you are actually run this command via SNOWSQL, at that time, let's see what happens. So let me go to the SNOWSQL. So this is our SNOWSQL. I will just clear it. Sorry, I will I'll make it big screen so that it's easily visible to you guys. And what I'm doing is now I'm connecting to the SNOWSQL. I'm using the JF9018 for locator, and then user, database, and the stages schema. And now I have to give the password. I'll give the password here. So the password is given. Now what I will do is I will just copy that command which we have. So what I'm doing is get vsync file. I'm giving the path of the file, right, where I want to unload the data, and this is the user stage from where I want to copy the data. So if you see here, max worker must be greater than 0. So this is the error you might face if you are giving the wrong path when you are basically filtering out the file, or when you are basically trying to read the file from the user stage. So you have to be very careful when you are actually reading the file and trying to unload it. So what I will do is I will go and fix the path, and then let's see what happens. So what I'm doing is I'm going here on the list at the rate vsync again. I'll show you the path, and I will directly refer the file and try to unload it. So I'll just copy this, and I will go to the SNOWSQL, and I'll just paste it here. So if you see here, now it has successfully downloaded this particular file to our local file system. So let's see the local file system, how it is, since I have shown you that directory earlier. So if you see here, the file has already been copied to my directory. So this is my user stage, this is the data unload, and the file is already copied. And now I can go and see the text in the file, like how exactly it looks. So all those 5 rows have been successfully copied from the Snowflake database table to a file at my local file system. So that's how the data unloading works when you are actually using the user stage to get the data from the database to a file. So before we close this session, let me do some cleanup. We will remove the CSV file from the user stage, and then if we list it, we should not see anything else. I will see you in the next session, where we will go over the table stage and how we can really unload the data from the database to a local file system. I will see you in the next session.